though he admits there was a time when it almost ruined him. What he is an Australian with an American accent, a down-to-earth, private bloke with a quirky sense of humour. He's also an actor prepared to take risks, and his latest film has to be Mel Gibson's biggest risk of all. Not only does he star as a man whose face is horribly scarred, but for the first time he stepped behind the camera to direct. But the film The Man Without a Face succeeds with substance and style may finally prove that Mel Gibson is more than just a pretty face.
Have a good look. Get it over with, and we'll continue. Enough?
It's hardly the sort of action movie that made him his fortune. The Man Without a Face is a touching, sensitive drama about a badly burned recluse and a troubled young boy.
Hollywood trades on the asset of your face, and you went into this movie covering at least half your assets.
Yeah, I like to cover my assets.
I even set up the puns for you.
Yeah, I know.
But it was an interesting thing to do, wasn't it?
I would have thought that commercially, I could have been, rejected just on the grounds that I was attempting to do something like that. It seems stupid. Why cover half your assets, indeed, and would anybody back such an enterprise? But people did.
You jump in too. Come on, hurry up. Untie the boat. Oh, you untie the boat. No, you're closer. You untie the boat. Mass confusion, okay? Okay.
Talk about a year of living dangerously. Not only did Mel disfigure himself for this role, but he took an even greater risk. He decided to make this the first movie he would ever direct.
Cut! Check the gate.
So, in the past, there must have been times when you stood around and you watched the directors and you thought, oh, hey, hell, I can do this.
With a couple, yes.
I could do this better?
Yeah.
Tell me, though, as an actor, what sort of director do you reckon Mel Gibson is?
I figure I did an all right job.
It's a pity you can't see more than 6 feet.
We're in Maine, the northeastern corner of the United States, where the warm Gulf Stream meets the cold Arctic current and produces lobster and fog.
Now, I'm reliably informed that there's a really beautiful view here. There's
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We're here because this is where Mel has been shooting his latest movie, but he's not the only star in town.
And sometimes when the cloud lifts, you can see a luxury launch out there with 2 helicopters on.
2 choppers, 2 black choppers, like twins.
Mr. Elton John.
Well, I've been told that that's who's on there.
Is he a mate of yours?
I don't know him. No, I don't know him.
Well, with the way your career's going, I mean, you could eventually have one of those.
Well, actually, his real boat is in another port. You see, that's just Elton's John.
Really?
Mel's rich, but he's not yet in Elton's class.
It's not, of course.
But they do have something in common. Like so many young men who achieved so much so early in life, they both sailed too close to the wind.
Can we go back to that period in the 80s?
Yeah.
When you were working too hard and drinking too hard.
Yeah.
There's one quote that says, oh, I think I was probably out of my mind, but I didn't realise it. Is that an accurate summation?
Yeah, that's fair. Insanity. I like to refer to it as imbalance. I probably should have been carted off by the guys in the white coats, but
you're only
fortunately I wasn't. I don't like those places.
A young bloke.
Yeah. But that's no way to live your life, because the only one getting hurt by that is yourself,
And the people you care most about.
Absolutely. You hurt those around you. Easy, like a snap.
This is actually Mel rehabilitated. His comeback movie, Lethal Weapon, made after taking a year off to dry out. His role, the self-destructive LA cop, Martin Riggs, a part he could play from experience.
It's not the grog isn't the problem. It's up here. That's the problem. It just manifests itself that way.
It's not an unusual Hollywood story, is it? I mean, I just think off the top of my head, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Same story.
Sure. Everybody. It's pretty hard to deal with that change in life, especially when you're young. You don't know who to trust, and there are a lot of people knocking at the door who you shouldn't trust. And
well, what made you get smart? I mean, was it your wife, or was it crashing the car and being done for drunken driving?
Oh, stuff like that. The incidents pile up and you think, well, you know, you burn your fingers enough times, you stop touching the radiator, you know? And so that it's just experience, maturity, whatever. It comes along and you finally decide, man, I've had enough of this. I'm sick and tired of this. So.
You just grabbed the wheel. You didn't turn the key or
I know.
anything.
I didn't know where I was going to go.
It's not going to be long before you're fiddling with them keys. Your primary objective is to get out of here, man. You tell
No longer the wild man, Mel's almost starting to look like a model of responsibility as he teaches his craft to his young co-star, Nick Stahl.
It was a treat because Nick is one of these people. Like I chose him from a lot of people, and because he was.
How many people?
Oh, gee, here, his ego's coming into play here. How many
Not
people?
really.
Like, I mean, how many hundreds, or do you want to know the thousands?
Mel is a graduate of Australia's National Institute of Dramatic Art, but his career was turbocharged from the very beginning by a movie called Mad Max. And then another Australian movie, The Year of Living Dangerously, began the long affair with Hollywood. And then it was Lethal Weapon 1, 2 and 3 that fired the golden bullets that took Mel Gibson from being just plain rich to disgustingly rich.
The BRW, according to my figures, says that you're worth $70 million and you get $14 million a movie.
The Business Review Weekly?
BRW.
Boy, they better smarten up on their info. Who is this, Deep Throat telling them?
But when you deal in figures like that, I mean, you can't know, can you? I'd stop worrying after the first couple of million, really.
I stopped worrying.
Back in the days when Mel did have something to worry about, like getting through NIDA, he moonlighted in his first film, Summer City.
Say, if you got any problems or worries or anything like that, you just... there's the place to go.
It wasn't a masterpiece and probably didn't earn him any distinctions.
What would you be doing in 10 years' time? I'll be doing something in 10 years' time.
Tell me about a movie called Summer City.
Oh, yeah.
We know about this movie.
Yeah.
We have a copy of this movie.
Oh, no, you're not going to
If you
show
don't
the
behave,
crying scene.
We will show this movie.
Yeah, okay, it's embarrassing, all right? I'm embarrassed. Am I turning green?
He's handsome, he's rich, he's famous. Yeah, we will show the crying scene.
Is it worth re-releasing now?
Oh, no. It's a shocker. It's,
But anything with Mel Gibson now.
well, it might be good for a laugh, but that's, you know, that's about it.
Shakespeare's Hamlet has never been good for a laugh. It's made careers and it's broken them, but grudgingly the critics had to agree that this guy was good.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them.
No one had realised how much of the gloomy prince was in Mel Gibson.
To sleep no more.
Where is it that you draw on, technically, for that despair and misery that you portray so well in so many of your characters?
The pain?
The dark stuff, the pain, yeah? Where's that come from?
Oh, we all have our own personal grab bag of that we carry around with us, don't we? Gee, I do.
The old themes keep coming up. I mean, you did Hamlet, everyone said it was courageous, and you did it well, which was taking a risk.
It was risky.
But it's the same story of despair and revenge.
Sure.
Hamlet's like your Road Warrior or any of your other characters.
Well, Hamlet's a twisted guy. I guess, yeah.
Are you really full of hostility and aggression?
It's in there, but You know, hopefully not as, it doesn't manifest itself as much as it used to, because you just get tired of it. And it doesn't do any good to vent rage or...
But you use it, you channel it into your roles.
Sure, you can. Mm.
This is the way it works. Out Diska, out Discada. Learn or leave.
Mel has no trouble with his Latin. It was drilled into him at an Australian Catholic school. His religion remains the guiding force in his life. This spiritual dimension is somewhat curious in Hollywood, where it often seems that nothing is sacred.
But you have a Catholic background, you therefore have a fairly well-defined set of principles by which life and morality and ethics are ordered.
Sure, I mean,
Not everyone has that.
I guess.
Not everyone would want it, I hasten to add.
Well, no. Hey, I don't want it. It's too damn hard, but
You've got it.
I got it, and it's, I've got to deal with it. I've got to live by those things.
But people would look at you and see the most fortunate man, blessed with talent, good looks, nice family, and lots of money. And why has this come to you?
I don't know.
Do you ever ask? Why
Yes,
has
I
this
do.
happened?
I do ask. I say, why am I not in Bosnia in a camp someplace being beaten over the head? You know, why? Yeah, you have to stop every now and then, take stock, and be thankful. And I get the hard stuff, too. I mean, I'm not being, tortured every day, but, the day-to-day problems that most people have. Mine are different, and I've got my own particular set of things that bug me, and
What bugs you? Other than these
You
interviews.
hard-hitting probester. I don't know.
Come on, you suffer that now.
What bugs me? Well, lots of things. Damn it.
I just can't think of one at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, life's too damn good. See, I should get right here and think.
Can't be too many Hollywood directors who think there is a power greater than themselves.
Beautiful, Nick.
Are you a good Catholic?
I've been good and bad, Not good and bad, good and bad.
Do you go to church?
Yeah, I try. Yeah.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday, since I've been here.
Do you believe that God intervenes in the affairs of ordinary people on a daily basis?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In your life?
Yeah, oh, certainly.
God want you to be an actor? You're doing this for a
Well, I
divine
guess
reason?
so. Maybe he's punishing me. Yeah, I don't know.